Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, another wondrous Propagandacast. With me, your host, Imperial Dane, a 1 versus 1 on you, to you, not on you, for heaven's sake, that would be a bit unpleasant, but for you, on Langraskeia. Yes, indeed, we're back to Langraskeia. We'll be watching in the northern part, Moonchild, fighting for the Germans. For the Germans, indeed. Ach ja, for the 20th Panzer Division, going up against Obscura, and noting here that Moonchild has mechanized assault support and Jaeger armor, versus Obscura's Soviet industry, partisan tactics, and shock rifle frontline tactics. So there's a bit of choice there in what is going on, noting plenty of conscripts. But back to Moonchild. We're rushing ahead there with his pioneers, grenadiers following up. So far, so good. Nothing deeply out of the unusual. Still could do with a lot more replays. Not a lot of people are sending in. Plus, yesterday there was a quick patch put out, so a lot of the new replays already sent in rather became invalid. So again, keep sending in those replays, ladies and gentlemen. Keep sending in those replays. Quick wiring up there. Good job. Communists might come a bit too late there. Yeah, they have barbed wire this spot off, which coincidentally also prevents the Germans from rushing our cutoff point. How terrible! Anyways, we'll like to see a small engagement. There we go. Moonchild so far seems to not be focusing on the left side of the map, ignoring the right hand side of the map, or at least not showing a grand and vivid interest in it so far. Conscripts are in fact rushing towards the right hand side, while another squad is dealing with the fuel point over there, while the combat units for some reason are the ones left with all the combat.
We've added to the fatherland.
Grenadiers moving in, that should force the conscript of combat engineers out into the open. There we go. Quickly, comrades, jump our defense for socialism! Well, at least for our survival. Looks like he's going for the cover point. The pioneers are moving up. Their conscripts looks like they might make a rush now, or what are they doing? Looks like Obscura decided to do something else. Noting here that Obscura is fighting for the 45th Tank Corps. Pioneers, there we go, getting close to the combat engineers. The communists, by the way, have not sought cover, which does make things closer for the pioneers. And there we go, Yuri goes down. Going here for the munitions point. Bold play. Additional conscripts arriving there for Obscura. Third Grenadier Squad, fourth Grenadier Squad. Looks like the Panzer Division is sending in a lot of infantry right away. Not a single support weapon to be seen, at least not for the time being. Bold play. Bold play.
Territory secured.
There we go. Secured. So far, reasonable interest in the victory points. Enough, no, not secure. The one closest to him. Different Grenadiers, that is 4 squads of Grenadiers, reasonably heavy tier 1 in fact, well, not so heavy, so far reasonable, well, the usual in that sense in terms of resource investment, but still unusual in that is 4 Grenadiers. Conscript versus Grenadiers up here, going for the munitions there, Grenadiers from the west. Munitions secured. Conscripts here being caught between 2 squads of German Grenadiers by the western fuel point in the woods. That is less good. No, actually, there seems to be no rushing response. There you go. Flamethrowers up. Molotov on the Grenadiers. MG42. Then now things are getting a bit heavier. Grenadiers hitting a few nasty shots. Russians so far gaining a nice chunk of the map, although they have lost the fight for the west. Also, there is ample munitions here for light machine guns for the Germans, if they so fancy it. The lighter machine gun gewehr, if they were to go for it. But so far, nothing. Nothing at all. Interestingly enough. A bit surprised they have not attempted at that. There we go. Flamethrower firing up from the house. And immediately falls in there. They're going to retreat. Nicely handled there by Obscura. German infantry, they're pushing ahead in response. And we are seeing an early telemine up here. Looks like Moonchild is a bit worried that his opponent might be rushing for some sort of armor. Of course, noting perhaps when the game loaded, his opponent had industry, and thus figured, you know, a few early telemines could prove vital for my future survival. So troops advancing. They could themselves consider a few mines if they so fancied, going to a cut-off point there. Very bold, aggressive play. Harassment going on here. All victory points currently, by the way, in the hands of the Russians. Sneaky that, taking up down here. No light machine gun still. Though, of course, munitions being spent on teller mines. Probably should have fixed that a bit.
That's everyone. Grenadiers ready.
Nice use of vaulting here. Quickly getting over, coming to the right side of it. The department actually protects you against bullets. Trying to take back the fuel point, pushing up there. Seems like only 3 squads at the moment of infantry, then combat engineers. Ah, never mind, looks like the 4th. Nope, more combat engineers. Could it be he's already chosen a doctrine?
We're dying here.
Could it be he has gone for Soviet industry comrades?
They're attacking.
Ready!
We shall find out, I imagine, soon enough. Or not. Apparently they're just showing off. Look at us! We are glorious socialist comrades! Then it is pushed away there. Moonchild suffering the wrath of the Russian army, and there we go. Indeed, it is Soviet industry, noting here that the support of coming air went up bleeding fast. That is one of the advantages, of course. At the same time, he immediately suffers a hit to manpower income. On the other hand, gains a boost of fuel income.
How can we help?
So the doctrine already there displays some changes to how the Soviets progress all of a sudden. So essentially infantry will become a bit harder to get around with, in particular keeping up with the constant losses. On the other hand, of course, it's going to play a bit better with armour.
Standing by!
And of course, perhaps having particular that again, that might happen. Moonchild went for the teller mines. Die Teller Minen.
Awaiting orders!
Grenadiers is suffering a bit.
Grenadiers.
The enemy is
Pushing up here with
our
infantry
territory.
and taking up again. Very bold play. Perhaps that is also why I laid down the teller mines at the same time, though that is rather aggressive. Another teller mine, really, again. Looks like he's been planning up for an armoured rush of some kind. Bit surprised at that. A bit surprised. We'll see. And there you go. A maximum rise for Obscura. 1 command point up.
Pioneer squad taking casualties!
We can't take this!
And from behind a bush, the Maxim unleashes death. Sending the Grenadiers running as well. One Grenadier squad holding up here. He could consider at least 1 light machine gun. With all the Grenadiers he has, at least 1, you know, benefit him a bit. Or at least lay down some more teller mines.
Grenadiers reporting!
But there you go, the Grenadiers are a bit of trouble. They are going to get flushed out here. Of course, note, flamethrowers have been given a damage boost against troops inside buildings. So we really don't want to be around them any more time now. And we do see that Moonchild realizes the wisdom in this and quickly gets his men the hell out of there.
Enemy forces are securing
There
our
you go,
territory.
support armor corps going up here for the 20th Panzer Division.
Capture complete.
Points are being secured.
Listen to me if you want to live!
Mines going up in return here for Obscura. Good.
Territory
Mind
is
yourself.
out of contact.
And using the Maxim to secure the western fuel point.
Grenadiers!
Pretty aggressive Soviet push here. We are seeing that Moonchild being pushed back rather severely. Medic bunker up.
Grenadiers reporting!
Still no sign of an MG42 in the hands of his Deutsche Grenadiere. Country's moving ahead there. And immediately coming under fire from MG42. Set up in a guarding position here for the vital cut-off point.
The bunker is now a field hospital.
Should we be expecting a Panzerkampfwagen 4 anytime soon? Yeah? Yeah? Also knowing here, we are seeing a tank battalion command up. He's interesting enough not trying to, for example, push the advantage of Soviet industry with some quick armor. Instead, he seems to be taking a slightly more relaxed approach. I'm a bit surprised at that. I would have expected some earlier T-34s out with Soviet industry, or T-70s for that matter. And that could have been quite lethal and nasty. Then again, it could also have been quite lethal and nasty for Obscura, because he might have rushed straight into the teller mines with the T-70 and then good night.
The enemy is attempting
Maxim here, opening up the Grenadier squads, but it looks like he was heading in front of the larger Grenadier force, setting them up to actually flank the Maxim. Actually setting the Maxim up in a bit of trouble. Nicely done there. Mines going up the road. Clearly both players are worried about getting assaulted. Mining vital junctions. Good job there. Nice mining. Grenadiers instead ignoring the Maxim. Maxim actually, for some reason, Worrying about the flank, I mean, again, that's some mind games going on in the game. That's strategy, that's tactics. You know, worrying, they should have been focusing on that. I should be focusing on the chaps I saw who might be trying to flank my Maxim first. So a lot of things going on there. And there we go, the Panzerkampfwagen arrives. Surprising enough, still no T-34s from Obscura. I'm quite surprised at that. In fact, he's spending a lot of resource on stuff like field guns and such when he's been rushing for the armor. There you go, gun is stopped. Panzerkampfwagen advancing swiftly, brutally, without mercy. Conscript suffering a bit here. Taking quite a lot of damage to the machine guns as well.
New unit has arrived.
There we go. Finally getting a bleeding T-34. Panzer getting shot at in the rear. Needs to get the devil out of there. And again, that was something to do with not having enough fuel, I suppose. But still, he is getting considerably fuel. But also note, even at this stage, he's got considerably less manpower. So the industry does take out a bit. Again, 65 manpower will vanish forever. And there you go, the Telemine. Panzer IV that goes down. Not sure why Moonchild didn't pull his Panzer IV back and actually let field gun far away like that. I have no idea. That was definitely a bit of a blunder on Moonchild's behalf, which is a bit odd considering he's otherwise, you know, been playing all right for now.
Soldiers ready.
Oh well, T-34 though did hit a Telemine, and thus any old Soviet armored assault has quickly been delayed. Of course, he is quickly closing in on getting another T-34. In fact, in about a minute, he can call in a second one.
There are no cowards here.
Yes, comrade.
That one's going to need some repairs. Of course, he could easily just set up a repair post. There we go, repair station costs 75 munitions, and always provides, you know, free repairs from there on. So a bit of fun there. One of the abilities of the doctrine. And it is advancing. MG42 supporting. In fact, getting a second MG42 up here for Moonchild. The conscripts continue their push forwards. The field gun here blasting away. And the T-34 almost repaired and getting close to being able to call in a second one. Just a few more seconds. Then he can push in some more armor, and again that's essentially also one of the advantages. Again, I mean, used properly you can quickly get a lot of tanks because they also have a very short production time on the tanks for the doctrine.
Supply lines have been cut.
But so far, Obscura seems interested enough not really to be pushing the advantage of his doctrine at all, which does strike me as a bit peculiar. But there we go, pushing ahead again. I mean, currently, in fact, his opponent, that is Moonchild, is extremely vulnerable to an armoured assault. I mean, if T-34 is pushed correctly, it could really drive him back to Berlin. Moonchild, but it's not the German, or the Russian player. And there you go, quick, just note how little time it took for that T-34 to get out. I mean, if you time this correctly, you can quickly have a ton of T-34s out. But there we go, pushing up the right flank. Telemine, though, is going up, that's great. But rolling ahead. Still nothing that can actually stop an armoured assault besides the Telemines. And that's rather so far following the idea that Russians will only use the roads. No, comrade, don't drive off the roads, that is rude. But moving ahead there. Come on, Obscura. Forwards, comrade. There we go, MG42 under fire, 2 T-34s unleashing death. They could stand a bit closer. There we go, half the crew dead. This conscript squad sneaking up. Yeah, but point blank getting murdered there. Not good. Obscura, not good. T-34's rolling ahead. Still, I find him playing rather conservatively with them. Then again, another minute, he can call in a third one. I mean, he's not going to be lacking in fuel, that's for sure. There go, the MG42 crew finds itself rushed off. Down to one man there as well. We see that Moonchild's front is collapsing. Slowly but surely.
Need something built?
Might want to mine down things a bit, you know, to prepare for the German counterattack, make it hard for the Germans to take points back. That is always a nice tactic. T-34 is responding to the German advance in the west. Good job there from Moonchild to change the advance. At the same time, another Panzerkampfwagen arrives. Hopefully with a greater success than his predecessor.
You men have a
Need
enemy
something
contact!
demolished?
Enemy infantry! HMG ready for action!
There we go, Grenadiers in an arseload of trouble. And now we've got Grenadier squad popping up right from the T-34. Panzerfaust there between the buildings, nicely done, but at the same time expose themselves to Soviet T-34 fire. Need to be careful there, Heinz.
We have it.
There we go, one Grenadier escapes the clutches of the Wehrmacht. Grenadiers pinned, not looking good there either.
Fire on this position!
So it's pushing ahead very vividly.
You need engineers?
Still no mines. Come now, Obscura.
We heard you.
34 under enemy fire.
Infantry shooting at us! Point.
Burning away there at the Pioneers.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture heavy 8 flamethrower tanks on
And
our
popping into
way
the
to burn the Germans back
building.
to Berlin.
A rapid response. In fact, we now consider getting a KV-8 to just take on the German infantry in a very, very permanent and incendiary fashion, if you so wanted. It looks like we're seeing Moonchild back, taking for a light mechanized company. The Panzer Division realizing it needs a bit more of other things to help take on the Soviet armored forces, but again, interestingly enough, Obscura doesn't seem to be pushing his armored advantage very hard. Again, I am quite surprised at this. He's only so far bothered with 2 T-34s.
T-34 ready. Engineer standing by.
He could easily stand to do a lot more with the docks. In fact, now he's going on for the mechanized armor company. Also quickly putting that one up.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Structure complete.
I can't help but feel that's a bit of a mistake, that quickly getting that many buildings. We only had to deal with Moonchild's Grenadiers, T-34's unleashing hell. While the Panzer IV moves in from a right flank. Very close ending up the mines there. Pioneers, MT-42s and packs. While the Grenadiers, they just need to get out there. Come on, Moonchild! So close to death. So close to annihilation. And
Infantry engaging us.
can he escape? Yes, he did.
At the risk. T-34 here.
Probably because of the Grenadiers popping up. Dealing with the Panzerfaust, and it did go off nonetheless. And finally some veterans are here for one of the T-34's Panzer IV arriving.
Under attack by enemy armor!
I suppose he'll be playing here for the Su-85. Doubtful he's going to go for the Su-76s. For shame. Once more though, T-34 going to repairs. He could try with the self-repairs. He's got plenty of munitions for it, so I mean, it would be a nice idea. But then the comm engine is on the job. Another Pack 40, so clearly, I mean, Moonchild has realised what might be going on here. He is seeing armoured, or Soviet industry, and thus is getting a lot of packs to prepare for the Soviet armoured hordes, which have so far yet to really appear anyways. So Obscura is, at least in my opinion, perhaps not pushing his doctrine to as much as an advantage as it could be. More telemines up, great stuff there, great stuff. T-34's rolling back. Mines going up there. Both players are mining up pretty aggressively. And there you go, the Su-85 tank destroyer, based on the T-34 chassis, by the way.
We built it as ordered.
Another assault here on the left flank. Grenadier supported by a pack. Limited infantry assault, perhaps. There you go, Pioneers pushing ahead pretty aggressively. Moonchild keeping up the pressure, though he might end up losing some men. And there we go, excellent hit. And there we go, SKV-2 tank almost ready. Well, he's got the points for it. He needs 440 manpower and 250 fuel, so at least he needs to wait a bit.
Coming round! Taking fire!
T-34 moves a bit too close in, I think.
We are taking losses!
commies forcing back the grenadiers there. Forcing back in the face of the German advance in the West. Panzer IV following up. We need to be careful to come in the fire here under scrutiny of the SU-85. And time to pop back here to Moonchild with the second Panzer on the way, and we're noting he's gone for mechanized doctrine. We also note he has the spotting scopes up here. And of course also access to smoke bombs now. In fact, he's pretty much got access to all of the abilities, just needs the resources. I definitely think, he should begin laying down some more mines. He's got 240 munitions by now. He could definitely stand to perhaps, mine up with some, say, S-mines around some of the other points. As an example.
We have new units.
Things are getting repaired here. Obscura needs to counter-attack, quickly break out of this position. Not exactly inspiring.
MG-42 towers is ready.
Getting lots of spotting scopes, it would seem.
How can we help?
And following up with a regular mortar.
They're coming from behind! Reinforcements complete! Now we can see them before they see us! Watch the flank!
And counter immediately met with some fiendish fascist resistance. And the SU-85 come under fire from the pack, the Panzer IV from the SU-85. Panzer IV down to half health. SU-85 down to half health. That definitely needs to get out. The commies almost wiped out. Damn close, damn close. Panzer IV leading advance up in the west. Mine coming, the T-34 here. Might also hit a mine. In fact, that looks like that's about to happen. There we go. Mine went off, damaging the engine of the Panzer IV. It looks like the T-34 is actually going to be forced away. Damn close, damn close. Mortar firing when in response to all of this. Noting yet another Telemine right there, interestingly. And noting a repair station is up now for Obscura, providing vital Soviet mechanics.
Pioneers ready for assignment. Back here. Orders. Standing by.
Grenadiers on the pike coming up. Quiet here. Obscura is very much in the defensive at the moment. He's not trying to say form a counterattack and force Moonchild back on the defense, which is definitely giving Moonchild some advantage to sort of leverage his forces in a manner that more befits him. Which is usually not what you want to do. Also, this T-34 is closing in on veteran T2.
Experience is the best teacher.
So a bit going on there.
Panzer IV standing by.
This T-34 needs to be careful. Looks like he's trying to hunt down the Panzer IV, but it's now caught between the pack and the Panzer IV. That is not good move here from Obscura. In fact, I suspect this. Yes, there we go. T-34 is kaput. Bit unfortunate at that. Bit of a waste, in fact. Again, it rather feels that Obscura is quite passive at the moment, rather defensive. Apparently worrying about something from Moonchild's side. Not sure what. But at the same time, the problem is a bit with the doctrine he's chosen. It's not really a solid defensive doctrine. It's focused around armor, and that's rather more offensive in nature. Grenadiers, you need to be careful.
We are losing a sector.
Might want to do something about this MG-42 for advances. Grenadiers sneaking in there, might hit the mortar. There we go, Panzer IV veteran to 1. T-34 still veteran to 1 as well. Proceeds with repairs. Nice motor over there. And there we go. Finally, eventually into here for the T-34. Increasing rate of fire amongst other things, making more accurate. I believe it also gains a small damage bonus. And that is in fact getting flanked here by the Pak-40. That is no good. That is no good. And that was quickly done there. That could have gone a lot better.
Our lines of supply are disrupted.
And we're in fact now seeing a Befehlspanzerwagen out here for Moonchild. Lovely.
Back here.
Nice rifle near there, almost wiping out the conscripts in their entirety.
Good kill.
And looks like the Pak-40 is actually able to hit one of the repair combat engineers. That's good marksmanship.
Loaded for panther hunting.
Pioneers reporting objective captured. Panzer IV ready. You need something? That's it. Fully reinforced.
But rather most awaiting atmosphere from both players. I mean, for example, Moonchild could, for example, try and assault his opponent and bring him down, but he's actually not doing it. He's also feeling a bit worried, so both players are sort of aware they're not making any large moves at the moment, which does rather push down the tempo of this match considerably. I suspect Obscura might in fact be waiting for the KV-2 to arrive to try and change the tides. But there we go, we do see an armored assault now going in, but straight in front of the field gun, that could bite them in the arse. And there you go, Veteran T2 for the Soviet field gun. Comet is making a rush here for the Pak-40, which by the way looks to be... Oh, there we go, Veteran T3, which by the way gives it the camouflage ability. I repeat, the camouflage ability. Befehlspanzer needs to pull away. He could try and pop some smoke to cover the field of his own tanks. Pak cleared out, that is bad news. That's definitely something that Obscura could quickly recruit. T-34 fighting most of the Panzer IV. Needs to be careful, needs to be careful. And it is counter-attacking. T-34 needs to retreat, and there we go. The KV-2 is up. The Clement Volizhilov tank is up. T-34 almost down. And there we go. Panzer IV gets a T-34, but at the same time they go to manage to blitz out, but still, that KV-2 tank really did take a huge chunk out of it. And the Pak gets recruited. Also note the turret turns rather slowly. So I mean, if you catch in this situation, it's quite easily outmaneuvered. There we go. Grenadier squad wiped out, one hit, good night. Do not underestimate the KV-2. It has a powerful gun, it has some reasonably good armor, but at the same time, of course, it also has its weaknesses. It's not a really mobile tank as such, which it really wasn't meant as either. But on the other hand, once you lock it down, it gains a boost to, I believe, accuracy. Well, I think turrets movement speed, but overall rate of fire, and plus, of course, range, and it can shoot over things. So roll a nice little backup, and he's, of course, working on getting that thing repaired as quickly as possible and back into the fight. And that's really going to be the thing. You need to turn things around if you can utilize it properly. So, mach schnell here with the KV-2, comrade. And Veteran 2 for the Panzer IV, giving it armored skirt, which gives a small armored boost, plus it increases the turret rotation. There we go, nice hit on the conscripts.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Conscript make a push up there, seems a bit daft, and there we go. The result was death.
Here you go.
Careful, Moonchild. The KV-2 is there, and it is bad news for you.
Our foes have 300 points remaining. Increase your efforts.
Very bad news.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Pack crew is ready.
Bringing up the KV-2 slowly but surely.
We are losing a sector.
But some nasty losses have happened to Obscura. He's barely got any infantry left now. But his own damn fault. time for the mid-game analysis. Current situation is, obviously, as you can see, the Russians are not doing too well. They've perhaps not done the best so far with the Soviet industry, despite having some early successes. There was rather some blunders and a failure to really sort of properly follow up, giving the German player time to reorganize and counterattack with some large amount of tanks, which really should be a point of embarrassment for the Russian player. In particular, since the German player's been quite nice in attacking from different angles, overall trying to extend the Soviet front and succeeding. Taking advantage of the fact that, again, Obscura will be lacking in manpower, and thus overall a field presence in terms of infantry. And in particular now, that's really what's hurting, because he's barely got any infantry left at all. And he's got a few squads, a mortar, and the KV2, so he's really going to need to pull off some impressive tricks to win through this. And of course, at the same time, for Moonchild, the current priority should be taking down that damn KV2, which means repairing the tanks, and definitely should utilize an assault here with the Panzer IV Veteranry 2, have it rush in with Blitzkrieg, and basically keep driving around it, because the KV2 will not be able to follow it up, and essentially that should allow for the Panzer IVs in that regard take down the KV2 quickly, and that could actually quickly result in a victory for Moonchild, if he does it. If. Again, a pretty big if. The Pack 40s could of course also pull off something, but you know, they could also be pretty easy targets. As for Obscura, in fact, let's go look at him. Again, not a lot going on. Everything's going to be hinging on that KV2, and definitely, I mean, he's going to need to use the firing positions, which will basically, you know, increase its overall damage output by a lot, but of course also make it mobile. But again, if he positions it correctly, he can really tear through a lot of the German positions, because it can fire fast, and it also does an awful lot of damage. Do not underestimate the KV2. It can and will tear you up if you take it lightly. So again, everything needs to focus on this and pushing up through here in close proximity of its support. Otherwise, more mines as you advance. Again, I do feel that was another mistake from Obscura. When he took points up so far, he didn't mine them. He didn't do anything to, you know, to make it harder for the Germans to take the point back. That could definitely have been improved as well. So let's return to the fight though. The KV2, Clement Voroshilov, Soviet Commissar of Armaments, until he was replaced by Comrade Stalin. Fun fact there. Also, I don't think it had so much of a presence in 1944-45 as it did in 1941-42, where it was an absolute menace to the Germans. Every time they encountered this, it could easily end up slowing down the entire German advance. And there's certainly cases where one KV2 absolutely stopped the German assault in some regards. I mean, they were absolute menaces. Thickly armoured, and of course that massive gun really was dangerous. Setting up though, so can't active firing. Until then, it's happened, but now. And there we go. One Pioneer down. Come on, Yuri. But absolutely great in supporting an assault, or for that matter, as opposed to defense. Oh, got the pack. Interesting. Must have seen this fire there with the comm engineers. And good night.
Mines all set.
Nothing else happening so far. Moving up here, that could simply be the next target for the KV2. There we go. MG42 down to half.
Squad at full strength.
Nice hit there in the house, blowing up a huge hole in it with his 152mm howitzer.
Engineers have secured the sector.
We are losing supplies to the
Pack
enemy.
now coming under fire under the intense scrutiny of the KV2. Gentleman there, by the way, not finished at all. And direct hit knocking out the Pack. Lord. Grenadiers next. Just no, I mean, it's already gained Veterans 1. Again, really is now at the time where he ought to launch an attack, because currently it will not actually be able to defend itself against troops that get too close. For example, tanks just rushing in right now could knock it out. MG42 over there. The next target, again, quite the range. The best way to deal with this is rushing it and hoping, you know, you get within range. It's within its minimum range before it's too late. There we go, Panzer IV advancing, but for some reason not rushing for the KV2 where he knows this. There you go, the MG4 Jack, he got wiped out. Panzer IV missed. Another shot here. Misses again. SU-85 has arrived. He needs more infantry though. More troops on the ground, I think.
Heavy tanks standing by.
We are ready to go, comrades!
Engineer standing by.
Grenadiers advancing, they do need to be careful. That KV-2 is an absolute beast.
Orders.
They see us! Only 200 points remain. Double your efforts.
Grenadiers advancing, almost hit there, almost.
Yes, comrade.
And looks like we see here the mechanized doctrine response is the howitzer bombarding the KV-2 position. Though so far not having much luck in hitting.
We are under attack!
Grenadiers, that was damn lucky, damn lucky. Mortar needs to pull away. No idea why you have it so close to the front line.
Taking fire!
Combat engineers.
Oh, hitting the mine. Oh, damn.
Reach your command. Area secure.
Things are cleaning up. Panzer IV rolling out. We're going to fire there. Oh, KV-2 misses again. KV-2's in fact also taking a bit of damage there from the howitzers. And there we go. Nice hit on the Pioneers. 27 kills already. Veteran 1 closing in on Veteran 2. SU-85 advancing. For some reason with focus sight all going. Panzer IV though needs to get the hell out of there. Come on, Moonchild, save your Panzer.
Transgress can now attack tanks with AT grenades.
Damn close there. It looks like the SU-5 actually went down. Might have been a telemine it hit. Good job there from Moonchild though, if that was the case.
We are taking losses!
Almost got that Panzer IV.
We're under attack. Engineers ready.
MG-42 next target. Closing in on Veteran 2 with the KV-2. One Panzer IV being sent in.
Point is ours. The bastards are killing us.
Veteran for the Grenadiers, Harks takes off a hit, and Panzer IV flanks and gets off a nice hit there on the rear of the KV-2. And there we go. Becoming mobile, but again, as you're noting, it can't do anything as it happens. In fact, it's almost wiped out. And in fact, no, he doesn't actually finish it off. Oh, Moonchild, you missed an opportunity again. That rather seems to be the theme of this match so far. Lots of opportunities missed on either side. Two players who are not quite willing to commit because they both seem a bit unsure. The new doctrines seem to have robbed them of confidence, which is quite interesting.
Take cover.
A quick self-repair there. That's called. He's got the repair engineers also on the job.
We are as ready as we can be! Back, comrades! Comrade!
But Moonchild now holds the territorial advantage against his opponent.
Awaiting command!
You need heavy armor support.
Obscura needs to push out.
Heavy tanks standing by.
Strongly so.
We have a new
Before it's too
SU-85
late.
to deploy.
Another SU-85. He seems to have neglected T-34s altogether now.
Engaging us!
More artillery going in.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
The lighter Feldhaubitz unleashing death from afar.
We are bleeding, comrade!
We are ready for action.
Hit there on the KV-2 again.
Man down!
Veteran 2 Panzer forming another pack from Moonchild to replace all the ones lost to the gaping maw of the KV-2. Set up there in shoot up lots of enemies mode. But considerably more help back now. He seems a little less confident. Or at least a bit more cautious, prudent, if you will.
They're shooting at us.
Ooh, Pioneers again sending up a telemine, but the presence of the KV2 rather makes them realise there are better places to be. Grenadiers need to be careful about Moonchild, close to the victory point now within range, and there we go! KV2 misses! My God, Yuri, having been drinking the antifreeze again. That's terrible! I am sorry, comrade, but antifreeze is just so tasty! More artillery, and there we go, the repair position is down. You could of course easily replace it with a new one. So there's that, of course. Hack moving up here, but could go down. And again, it's getting down. And there we go, armoured assault going. The Panzer IVs going for the field gun, then ignoring the KV2. They're not trying to close in. And there we go, one hit, Panzer IV down to half health. That is how powerful the KV2 is. In 2 shots, it can knock out a Panzer IV. There we go, Panzer IV dead. And there we go, veterans E2, KV2. That is absolutely bad news for the Germans. Very close hit there, but the KV2 is also very close to getting knocked out. Again, repair position would really be appreciated here. Mr. Obscura, and also getting some mines for equipment. That's also about damn time.
Rifleman ready.
Give us a target.
KV2 pulling back for repairs. Good job. Panzer IV still standing. Befehl's Panzer also standing. Apparently a bit. No, I might have thought it was implied field camouflage. No, just some branches stuck. And another Panzer IV looks like Moonchild is fond of his panzers.
Tank destroyer here.
Yes, comrade.
Another repair station up.
Meat has arrived.
Surprised how long it took him to get that one up. Looks like another assault going in here for Moonchild. Hopefully he will do a bit better this time. And there we go, SUD5 realizing coming under fire from the 2 Panzer IVs.
You are showing weakness. We are down to 75
Go,
points.
SUD5, took a nasty hit there. Panzer IV getting blasted, but the command range here of the command tank does provide some bonuses. And there we go, KV2 once more combat ready to destroy some fascists. Looks like things are heating up a bit again, getting a bit more tense. That is great, that is lovely.
Yes, comrade.
About damn time. KV2 leading the charge, or at least following up on it. And there we go, another hit, and there we go, Panzer IV once more, half health, another hit there, although this time within range of the command tank does provide protection, though it can't last that much longer. That is almost down. There we go, Panzer IV down, command tank down, pop some smoke, Moonchild, drop the smoke bombs, get your Panzer IV out of there, blitz, 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 blitz. And there go, veterans won the pack 40, use target weak point before it's too late. Too late. Come on, Moonchild, but now we are seeing a full advance here from Obscura. Things are falling apart. Panzer IV, now veterans is free. But it needs to get out of there. Please, Moonchild, too late. Again, the KV2 is an absolute beast. Even on the move with its slow rate of fire, it just tears up things.
This is our territory now.
But again, fighting half of the victory points, Moonchild realised perhaps he's bollocksed up too much, but realises he also has a chance of victory through the victory points. But again, the alternate is he has to fight hard to keep them now.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Engineer
Firing
standing
positions,
by.
maybe.
Taking fucking fire!
Another quick power to barrage.
Is under assault.
MG versus Maxim, Conscript versus Grenadier. And another Panzer. Oh!
Must hold
Oh no,
the
Tellermines, and there we go! Oh, Tellermine! Rear exposed to the enemy front line! Panzer IV on the way!
We have armor contact!
And there we go, Panzer IV moving up, trying to find that from the field gun. And there we go, it is down, but Panzerfaust does the job.
We are suffering vehicle losses.
That was damn close. All through the power of the Tellermines, which turned out to a quick choice. Now all of a sudden going for a KV-8. Instead of, just getting another KV-2, which I'm pretty sure he could have gotten.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
But come on, Obscura, push hard for the front line.
We need orders. We need to re-establish our supply lines.
There we go, Pioneers in trouble, the KV-8 unleashing fire of all deadly kinds, and Tellermine down to half health damage engine. Moonchild's Tellermines are paying off, and we see here quick barrage traps in the direction. Yes, indeed, field gun moving up, but quickly pulled back in the face of the lighter Feldhau bits. 20th Panzer Division hold out here against the 45th Tank Corps. Although barely.
Standing by.
Yes, comrade?
You need something built?
Another repair station would be a grand idea, Obscura. Use some of all those munitions.
What do you need? We have the point.
But a small veteran army here for Moonchild versus Obscura's even smaller, not so veteran army.
Ready for orders.
Taking the territory. Huh? Contact with enemy infantry.
Tank destroyer here.
We have it.
Yes.
Yes, comrade?
Do you need something? We are targets!
Mort's left everything, and there's rifling the conscript taking a nice chunk there. 19 victory points left. Maxim's on the way for Obscura once more. KV-2 rolling in again, burning the life out of Moonchild's Grenadiers. There's very little that Moonchild can do to stop the KV-2 at the moment. And that could be Obscura's savior, or salvation, if he can leverage it correctly. Also, Maxim needs to be close to the point. He can't actually really see that far. To keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, he could in fact try rushing Moonchild's base with the KV-8 and knocking it out. Panzergun is around with Panzerschrecks. Moonchild seems to be getting a bit desperate. But of course, at the same time, it's a bit of a poor decision considering there's a KV-8 out. No idea why all of a sudden Moonchild decided to get that when he knew there was a KV-8, which is of course, as you might be noticing, burning them to a crisp.
Heavy armor ready for action.
Now, of course, Moonchild has barely anything left. Apparently, he's getting more Panzergun. He's like to equip them also with a Panzerschreck, smaller force moving towards here.
Yes, comrade.
Assault gun ready for
Here
action.
standing by. Field gun standing by.
Another conscript squad. Interesting enough, no attempt at more armor. I mean, in some regards, he's using all of his doctrine. I mean, that's for sure. But at the same time, I'm not really feeling he's pushing it to its advantage. I mean, he's barely using tanks. For goodness sake.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
You have orders?
And again, note, view range also matters, and again, the Maxim crew simply can't see that far.
Supply lines have been cut.
Finally using some smoke bombs. My God, that can all go on, but at the same time, he's abandoning the point here, which actually allows up for a roll for Moonchild to take as many points as possible, at least harass them. MD-42 getting burned alive, the KV-2 doing its terrible, terrible job, and there goes center victory point secured. Last point here, neutral. Things are ticking down quickly for Obscura. KV-8 moving ahead.
We have only 10 points remaining. We are losing territory.
Looks like a telemine again. Outstanding, and too late. Game over. Good night. A loss to the Soviet tank corps in the face of the German Panzer Division. I mean, we got to see the new Soviet industry doctrine, but again, I rather felt, that he wasn't really that comfortable in it, and, he didn't seem to quite fully understand, again, get lots of tanks. That's rather the purpose of it. Lots and lots of tanks. Also, get a bunch of repair stations. He rather failed in that department, I feel. Again, he didn't play the doctrine to its full. He used the abilities, but again, there's a difference between using all the abilities and really getting the most out of the doctrine. I rather felt he didn't. He also played a bit too passively again. A bit odd, considering again it's more of an offensive doctrine. So right there, of course, some thoughts on the new doctrine, how to not play it, and of course probably some ideas on how to play it. And he really got a lot out of the KV-2 though. I mean, really, though partly helped by the fact that, again, his opponent as well was also a bit unsure how to attack it. So in that sense, again, remember, if it sets up, get close with it and knock it out that way. But again, don't underestimate it, as it really can knock the living stuffing out of you. And it's simply going to tear up any sort of vehicle from tier 3 unless you've got enough of them. So an idea could also be to move on to the heavy Panzer Corps and get some Panthers, which might actually stand a slightly better chance of defeating it. So that's something to keep in mind there, just saying. Moonchild, though, could have done with more mines, I think. He could have used smoke bombs a lot more, actually saved some of his tanks a few. That was a definite disappointment. No light machine guns either, also disappointment. Overall, he played reasonably nice, but again, he felt a bit too passive as well, a bit too comfortable, a bit too unsure of himself. He also should have pushed harder, and I think this game could have been over by around the 30 to 35 minute mark had either player been a bit more aggressive. Again, it was a bit, oh, I'm not entirely sure what to do, I'll just play it safe, and in that sense, the game ended up lasting almost 50 minutes. That could probably have avoided it. So, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned from it. If you did, why not subscribe? Tell your friends. If you didn't, well, why not send a replay of your own? And keep sending in replays. I mean, I'm getting a lot of bunch ones where, it doesn't seem like people really looked through it, because I'm getting a bunch where, the opponent never actually used their doctrine, which is a bit boring to look at. Oh, he went elite troops. Oh, he's not actually using it, Yuri. How about sending in a better one? Something like that, just send in some stuff, and hopefully it sticks on the wall eventually. So this is Imperial Dane saying cheers.